Evan. Gosh, I am very much still setting up, so I don't even have the mic installed to this yet. There we go. Should be good. Clip that onto my shirt. Okay. We are live. We are here. Today is legs and shoulders. Only 5 workouts today. Should be pretty chill. I have not stretched or set up any of the weights or anything else like that. So, not great. But, gotta fix the hair a little bit. I gotta cut my hair. I'm gonna get my hair cut probably tomorrow. Yeah. Is that a Movement Lab shirt? Yes, sir. Movement Lab San Dimas. Okay. Anyways, how's everybody's Friday? I just got off of work, and this will be a good de-stressor, you know? Good relief. Although, I am a little cautious about... Ooh, cracked my back. Perfect. Cautious about the shoulder. We did go with them last time, though. We were chilling. Let's see what we got here. What am I doing today? Oh, yeah. So we got goblet squats as our first workout. We're not going to get to it for another little bit, just because I do need to stretch more. Definitely have not stretched to my full potential. Especially my legs. My legs felt wonky last time. But we did get a slant board for goblet squats, because, you know, they're supposed to be angled. Unfold the flap. Probably here. Maybe that's... Oh. That's definitely too easy. Maybe higher, like right here. Ooh, and then doing a squat like that. Ooh, that'd be kind of nuts. I think that's what we're gonna stick it with. Seafood for dinner, which is always good. Heck yeah, shrimp cannoli. I don't think I've ever had a cannoli before. WNL Premier Series this weekend. The only one worth watching, in my opinion, is Sunday's divisions. I don't really care to watch the youth divisions, but we'll see. I used to watch the youth divisions to like take notes on commentary, so I had stats to read off for kids if they didn't put anything in their athlete bio. But since I'm not doing commentary anymore, like it's kind of a moot point. Like I don't really need to watch it anymore. And don't get me wrong, when you get to things like Premier Series finals or NSC youth championships or worlds, like you get some really competitive young athletes. It's just there's only so many hours in my weekend, you know? I'm not going to spend all of those hours watching every division of Premier Series. I'm probably going to watch amateur and elite because those are people that I actually know and not just know of, but I know them. So that's probably going to be my move. Maybe if there's an athlete in teen that I know, I'll watch to support, but that's about it. These shoes, red dirt everywhere. The wear and tear is starting to kick in on these shoes. Oh. What else is this weekend? Kunoichi. Hello. Very excited for Kunoichi. More excited for Kunoichi than Premier Series, that's for sure. For what Donovan cooked up for the course, yeah, that'd be sick. When it comes to Premier Series, you mainly watch Elite, with the exception of True Function because of Billy. Valid, yeah. True function, there's more action in amateur than there is in elite anyways. What's up, Lucas? Welcome to the chat. Kunoichi on Monday morning. Yes, very excited for that. It's pretty much going to be like Sunday night for me, which is nice. Does anyone know how long that runs for? Because I'm hoping it's like 2.5 hours, something like that. 2.5, 3 hours. I don't want it to be over 3 hours just because that's kind of wild. But I think it starts at either 10:30 or 11:30 p.m. on Sunday, which I think is a pretty good time, all things considered. You know, like it's not great when it goes from 11 to 4 or 12 to 5 for Sasuke, but at least it's shorter for Kunoichi, so there's that going for it. Get some calf stretches in, really trying to hit as many different muscle groups here in the leg, so I am good. 2.5? 2.5's not bad. I'm very excited for Miyake's comeback. I don't think she's going to do very well. I haven't made like an official prediction, but I wouldn't be surprised if she gets done in by Prism Tilt, honestly. Which would really suck, but yeah. 4:30 a.m. on a Monday. Yeah, pass. Pass. Because then I can actually sleep when the tournament's over, which is great. Probably have to watch Kuno when you have some downtime, since I work retail during the busiest time of the year. Oh, snap. That's right. Black Friday's coming up. What's up, Buster fam? Welcome to the chat. Just doing some calf stretches at the moment. Actually, I don't know why I'm using this bench for calf stretches when I literally have this for calf stretches right now. Oh, that's so much better. This is literally what it's made for, and I'm not using it to its full potential. Oh, this feels great, actually. Wow. Yeah, very excited Miyake's coming back. I told my dad, because like my dad and I would watch the old G4 stuff together and everything, and I had to describe her as, you know, the woman with the pink hair that won 3 times. And he was like, "Oh snap, for real? Like that's pretty cool." So I would love for her to do well. I unfortunately just don't think it's in the cards. I am predicting we are going to get I'm predicting we're going to get 4 stage 1 clears. I think 4 is a good prediction. 4:30. See, hot take. If you're starting at 4:30, it's a good time if you sleep and wake up at like 4 a.m. Like, if you were to try and get sleep from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., that's a solid 6 hours of sleep, and then you could just take a nap somewhere in the middle of the day if you have an opening after the tournament airs. You know, like that's what I personally would do. But since mine starts at like 11:30, 10:30, I'm just gonna stay up, finish it out. You know, I'm gonna grab this kettlebell. Kettlebell. We are gonna do some goblet squats. We're doing 3 sets of 10. Goblet squats are fun because they're squats close-legged on a diagonal surface. And we have, this time, a diagonal surface. So, should be chilling here. 5 stage 1 clears. Kuno's talent pool is very top-heavy. I just think that... No, I guess because only Prism Tilt has changed. Like, only Rolling Hill got replaced on stage 1. Okay, maybe 4 is a little low. I could see a couple more, but it really does depend on that first obstacle, which is kind of whack. But here we are. My knees are clicking. There we go, no clicks. And 10. Okay, that's 1 set done. Pretty chill. Would that be a better moment than Mizuno's? Oh, that's tough. I think I would prefer it more, but I think Mizuno's clear last tournament was big. Like, that was a big moment. I personally, I'm more of a Miyake fan, so like I would enjoy that way more, but I don't know. They kind of cooked with the editing on Mizuno's. I'm a big fan of Kunoichi 12. I really enjoyed Kunoichi 12. So it's not perfect, but still solid. Still very solid. And I think it's one of the strongest Kunoichi tournaments, period. Like 100%. Strongest is maybe, it's in the top half. It's in the top half. Top 6? Yeah. Definitely in the top 6. That's really not saying much now that I say that out loud. I agree. I wish that it didn't take an 8-year break or 7-year break between 11 and 12, but I do think that that was a good send-off to that era of Kunoichi. Now we're in a new one. Second set. Okay. Whoa. That's 2 sets of our first workout done. We've got 1 set of this left. I don't know why I'm kneeling. I feel like if I'm kneeling, I'm engaging my legs more. I need to let it loosen. I need to let the blood flow so I don't cramp up. There's only 3 leg workouts in today's session, but they are pretty difficult leg workouts. And if I rest too long or rest incorrectly, I'm going to feel it tomorrow, that's for sure. Well, with that said, we got 1 more set of goblet squats. Third favorite, Kunoichi 12. Wow. I don't know if I put it that high, but it's up there. Okay. 7 and 3 are your top 2. Yeah, I've got 5 in my podium as well. It goes 7, 5, 3. And honestly, you could switch 5 and 7 sometimes depending on the day. But 5 and 7 and 3 is my third favorite. Probably 4, 6 and 12 are kind of on the same level for me right now. And the only reason 12 is not higher is because stage 2 is just way too easy. Is honestly the only thing that's really holding back the tournament from being like a high tier tournament. Our next workout is Romanian deadlifts, which is a deadlift, but on each rep, typically in a deadlift, you touch the ground. You do not do that in Romanian deadlifts. You just wrap it up, and you keep it up in the air. We're doing 3 sets of 10 again. These were kind of tough, but also that was mainly because last week I was still kind of adjusting my deadlift form on the fly, and I don't think I truly figured it out until my last set. So hopefully this time around we start way stronger, way cleaner. just started watching Sasuke and Kunoichi's, and you've watched every tournament since. Great, dude. Love the binge. Welcome to the community. I honestly do feel like I need to go back and rewatch some Sasuke, even though I've watched it so many times. Like, I need to rewatch the TBS cuts of stuff that was on G4 because I've watched them, but it's been a long time, and I'm curious because my opinions have changed. The way I view Ninja has changed. I'm just curious as to how my opinions would change on certain tournaments, specifically 19, because I'm a notorious hater of Sasuke 19. Who knows? Maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. Watched it all through TBS. That's fair. Okay, grabbing our last plate here. This is supposed to be with dumbbells, but for anyone who has lifted before, you probably know deadlifts are a full body exercise, which means that with your full body putting effort in, it's a lot easier to lift. Like, a lot easier. Like, if I were to do 100 pounds on this bar and only focus on like curling my arms, I'd be cooked. But because I'm putting my full body into it, it's really easy. So I do need heavier weights. I believe we're supposed to get heavier weights in the near future. For now, we have this plate set on this barbell, which is how most people do their deadlifts anyways, with a bar. So this isn't even a bad way to go about it. But dumbbells are great for that type of stuff because it evens out each side. You know, having a dumbbell in one hand and one in the other means that the sides of your body are working independently to get stronger. Whereas with a bar, like, I'm right-handed, the right side of my body is stronger, like my right leg is stronger, my right arm is stronger. There's a good chance that if I'm getting tired, the right arm will probably pull a little more than the left, and you might see a little bit of a crooked line or something, and yeah. But push this all the way in. Okay. Push day this morning, legs tomorrow. Jeez. You lifted today? Nice, Supernova. Yeah. Push day was Wednesday. I'm going to do one push-up on this rolling bar just because. That felt good. And then I took a break yesterday. Today's legs and shoulders. Tomorrow is stretch recovery. Probably going to do some more swimming for cardio, but I do that every day except for Sundays. So 19 is mid at best. You see why people like it, but you've never been a big fan of bloodbaths. 5, except 5. 5 is great. 5 is great. 5 is, I still stand by my opinion that 5 is the best renewal. 18 is obviously a very valid argument for that best renewal spot, but 5 really did like change the game for Sasuke at the time. That's when it went from a hobby for everyone except for Yamada to like, no, this is gonna get real now, and that was really fun. And also, it has my second favorite final stage ever, the spider climb final. And like, I like the spider climb, rope climb final on its own, but specifically the 5 to 17 one with the separating walls. That is by far my favorite part of that final. I'd much rather prefer it with moving walls, because duh. Top 3 tournaments, 17, 23, and 24. It's not even close. 17 will forever be my 17 will forever be my favorite. I am a diehard Nagano fan, and nothing will ever change that. Unless he turns out to be a really crappy dude, but I feel like we would have heard about that by now. Joseph Kirshen, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you, man. Okay, 10 RDLs with the bar. Here we go. We're up. I'm gonna walk it back a bit. Okay, that's one set. Form's feeling better, but I think I can make a slight adjustment in my back, just a little bit. 24 is number 4. You have 40 in your number 3. Kind of crazy. I think 40 has some really, really amazing all-time moments. I think everything in between those moments is just kind of mid, honestly. And I keep saying it about this era, which is, and I claim this era as like 35 till now. It's not as impressive to see so many people clearing stage 1 when it's been the same for years, you know? Even 32, like there's not a lot of changes between 31 and 32, and not a lot of changes between 32 and 36, 32 and 38, 38 and 39. Like there's not as many adjustments as there has been in the past of the show, and it's just like I don't find it that impressive when people are practicing the same moves repeatedly practicing the same moves. And I find it even lamer when people are failing in those same moves that have not changed. Like if you're a top competitor or you have potential to make stage 3 or win and you're still failing the dragon glider, what are we doing? Like what's wrong? What's going on with that? So that's like a big reason I can't put 40 high. A lot of people really love to glaze 40. And like, I love Shingo's clear. I love Kane's clear. I love the stage 3 clears. I love the final stage attempts. That's about it. Like, obviously, I'm missing some moments, but everything in between that, I'm very unimpressed by and underwhelmed by. Set 2. Here we go. Good stance. Okay. Where do I train at? At the moment, I am training in Hawaii. I used to train in North Carolina at a gym called Level Up. And then I coached at another place called Ultimate Kids Greensboro, where, since I coached there, I got to set stuff up and play on that. But I mainly trained hard at Level Up. No ninja around me right now. That will change in the future. I'm going to have to build it myself someday. But for right now, I'm just lifting. I'm just trying to get stronger, bigger, more muscle mass, more power, more explosiveness. Shingo's clear is the only moment that ever made me genuinely cry. Nagano's retirement in 32, and I don't know a single word of Japanese, made me cry. That is currently the only thing in Sasuke that's ever made me cry. Shingo's clear in 40 got me close. Like I could feel the mist because it was Shingo. And Shingo is my second favorite ninja of all time if we're talking like as a super fan, you know? It's Nagano, then Shingo, then Takeda. If we're talking like people that I know personally, I don't know any of them personally, so they're not on the list. But as a fan, the people that got me into Ninja to begin with, Shingo's number 2. All right. I think you just asked me where I train. I'm training in Hawaii. All right, last set of deadlifts. 10. We got 10 here. I'm feeling it in the hamstrings and in the back of my quads, which is good. Like, that's a good targeted area that we're supposed to hit. So let's get good stance, a little wide. Boom. Okay, that's 10. What's next? Bulgarian split squats. Oh gosh. Oh, Bulgarian split squats are the worst. I'll bring that around. Good thing is I can do this one with dumbbells. I don't have to stress too much about moving around a lot of equipment. Probably put this right here. Genuinely crying. Had the mist built up because of Kane and Tomo. Tomo, okay. Tomo fan. That's cool. I like Tomo, but he definitely doesn't do anything for me in that regard. But whew, let's grab some dumbbells. I wish I had heavier ones. Maybe like, because I'm using 20s right now, probably 30s would be good. 35s. 35s would be pretty solid. But yeah, this is the one that really, really got my leg messed up. Not messed up, obviously, but like, this is where I felt the most fatigue in my legs after this workout. Where do you train for the 5th time? I told you, man, I'm in Hawaii. I'm not going to give away my exact location, but this is my parents' garage. Like, that's about as specific as I'm willing to get. Like, this definitely is not like a real gym. But we got some good equipment here. We got a nice setup. We got a comfy bench. We got some weights. Yeah. Hey, you're good, man. I'm glad you're curious still. You know, I'm happy. I'm always happy to talk about stuff. I got a mosquito bite on my arm. That's crazy. All right, well. Am I stalling on my Bulgarian split squats? Maybe just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. 10 on each leg. I think that's the hard part. Doing 10 on my right leg, 10 on my left, and that's 1 set. And then doing it 3 times. In my head, obviously, that doubles to 6 sets, which isn't great. But at the same time, like, if I just have to tell myself, this is 3 sets, this is 3 sets, this is 3 sets. Let's get it. Oh, wow. We are off balance. A little more forward. A little more forward. 10 on each leg, and that's 1 set. Jeez. Okay. Trying to find the right marker. Okay. That's 1 set. Ooh. Ooh, we feeling it already in the quads. What do you guys think? Should we do like on Monday a post Kunoichi stream, like just talking about it? Because I could. I have everything I need to stream back on my PC for that. Team Ninja Warrior for the first time, thinking they could fix racing on the main show if they do a team with one older veteran, one teen, and one woman. A lot more fair. That could be fun. That could be fun, but just don't see it ever coming back, you know? You should watch the Team Ninja Association if you don't already. It's a league, but they very much have the broadcast side of it put together like an actual sport more than any other ninja league does currently in the world. So, sounds like we're down for a Kunoichi stream on Monday after the tournament. So I'll set a time. Hopefully you guys show up, or at least watch it back if you can't make it. Whew. Oh, we're tense. We're getting tense. I'm trying to find the right place to put my front foot, because right now I feel like I'm really close. I want to try and, like, from here, probably bang. Oh, wow. I mean, granted, that's without weight, but, like, bang. Boom. Okay, so probably a little bit closer. But yeah, let's hit our second set. Loved watching their streams. Yeah, bro. Evan and I, we were like just talking about TNA and like the ninjas in TNA and everything else like that, like while the streams were going on. The way that people talk about like a football game or a basketball game or just any other regular sports event, like I think that's the biggest appeal for TNA to me. I can just talk about it with my buddies, like, you know, we're running numbers, we're talking hypotheticals, we're talking tangible skills, intangible skills, things like that. And like that's exciting to do about Ninja because not many spaces provide that. Second leg, second set. Shaky. 9, 10. We got one more set left of these. Gosh. Super effective. Yeah, no, these are difficult. Favorite less popular league. Ooh, what qualifies as less popular? Because I'm aware of a lot of different leagues. And I have some that I really enjoy watching. And then I have others that I think they're growing to where I don't know if I could say that they're smaller or something, you know, or less popular. Oh, jeez. Any out of any. Okay. So I currently still believe that for accessibility and reaching a broader range of athletes, even though I don't work for them anymore and I disagree with a lot of their policies in regards to inclusivity, the World Ninja League currently provides the best world championship with the best set of rules and safety precautions for athletes on and off the course. So World Ninja League currently still number one in that regard. There's some leagues that are growing in that sense. TNA is my favorite to watch as an event. I think it's really well put together as a product, and I'm excited to see what happens in season 2. A lot of people like NSC. I like NSC. I don't like some of the rule changes they've done this season. It's made it a little harder for me to watch. I'm a big fan of Burnout, and Burnout's been essentially made simultaneously the most important because it helps determine the winner of the comps, but also the least important because like you only get to do it once, whereas Speed and Hybrid you get to do it twice, and the scores are weighted for those and not for Burnout, which I think is just weird, you know. Premier Series 3 is this weekend, yeah. So I'll probably be watching it. The big reason I'm watching Premier Series 3 is because I have a feeling that we might see some obstacles used for the World Championships in 2026. And I just want to make sure that I'm up to date on any types of techniques or specific obstacles that might show up. Yeah, I think there's a very high chance we get a Sasuke 43 trailer. I think, actually, no, rephrase. I think we're getting a Sasuke Trials trailer. So that way the Trials hits right after Kunoichi. Other leagues I really enjoy. I like watching the Ninja Challenge League in Australia, Ninja Series in Poland. I like on paper the rules and formats of Ninja Bundesliga in Germany, but they're very new and they don't have too many broadcasts to watch, so I can't really speak on how it actually operates. I just know the rules, and I think it's a very solid set of rules. What other? There's a new league in Australia called the Fusion Ninja Series. I think that's worth checking out. I think it's got a lot of potential. Still very low budget and, just kind of in-house, but at the same time, I think, like I said, they have a lot of potential. In terms of leagues, those are probably my favorite. The Colorado Ninja League I have heard of, yes. I was more into the Ninja Carolina League because that's where I was for a long time. The state leagues are cool. I think the Texas Ninja League structure is the most inclusive, but in doing so, also the most sloppy because they allow competitions from any league to be valid for Texas Ninja League. So it leads to weird scoring and rankings and stuff, I think. But Colorado Ninja League seems pretty chill. Not being from Colorado, I can't really speak on it too much. Numbers come out after trials ends, but some of the numbers will remain hidden because Koshin, the high school trials, and potentially the idol trials, we'll see which of the idols, like how far along those are. But yeah, there's a chance. You'll get maybe like 95 of the competitors. You're from Warrior Challenge Arena in Broomfield, Colorado. Awesome, dude. I've never heard of that gym, but Colorado's got a big community of ninjas, so it's not surprising that there's gyms I haven't heard of there. We got one last set of these, and then we're done with legs. Gosh. Eight. 9. Don't shake. 10. Solid ending. Okay. Had to compose myself for a second there. We're done with legs. Now we move on to shoulders. The Sasuke YouTube channel is so goated. It's great for behind the scenes stuff. My hot take is that there's just too much. Like, I love that they upload stuff daily and provide a lot of insight for things. And I used to be like, oh, like I'm not that excited about Sasuke in March because there's no content for Sasuke in March. But now, with the YouTube dropping daily, there is content any time of the year, which I think is very cool. But as much as I want to keep up with every upload and get as much behind the scenes info as I can, that's a lot to keep up with. On top of that, there's international ninja shows coming out pretty much every month. There's very little off time for those. And it's like I'd rather watch the actual episodes of TV than watch behind the scenes of Sasuke, respectively. So close to 100 subs. Sick, dude. Hope you get there. I'd subscribe to you if I wasn't live right now. I'll look you up. Try to Joseph Kirshen. Cool. All right, so our next one's Arnold presses, where We start here, we twist and push up and bring it down. And we twist and push up and down. I have been watching the Black Tiger trials. The trials of every year are the things that I personally don't miss. I will never miss the Idol trials. I will never miss the Black Tiger trials. I don't think the Idol trials are very good each year, but they're entertaining, and I like seeing the build up to who gets on. So like it's not bad. I love the Black Tiger trials every single year. Oh, you meant me, 1,000. Yeah, dude, we're real close to 1,000. I'm very excited to get to 1,000. For those who are maybe newer to my channel, just letting you know, this part of my shoulder of my rotator cuff, little tiny bit agitated. Week by week, it is getting stronger and healthier and better, which is awesome, but still doesn't feel amazing. So I'm going kind of light for shoulders right now, but I think we'll do all right. Arnold press. This is too light for me, but it's also, if I were to go heavier, it'd be really sore. Pants guy from Sasuke 19 applied. Yeah, for the open auditions, I do watch those as well, just because the last few years it's kind of given away who's coming back. Like for Sasuke 40, it pretty much gave away that Koji Hashimoto was coming back. Last year, it was a pretty dead giveaway that Bunpei was coming back. So it's always fun if they bring Pants Guy back. I don't even call him by his actual name. It's in here somewhere, in the memory banks. I know his name. There's a K in there. I don't care. He's forever going to be Pants Guy, even if he comes back and doesn't take off his pants or trip over his pants. He's always going to be Pants Guy. The same way, oh my gosh, the same way Mr. Octopus will always be Mr. Octopus, even though I know Minoru Kuramochi. I know that. But yeah. Yeah, let's get set 2. Actually, that's way too easy. Let's do a slight incline, so that way maybe we get a little more push out of this. Hang glider man. Yeah, I feel more effectiveness from the incline. Still really light though. Okay. I mean, progress is being made. Definitely being made. I think Bunpei had to do an audition as well. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they will invite people back, but if they say no a certain amount of times, they're not coming, like, they're going to stop calling because they'll be like, okay, well, we'll pass that invitation on to someone who wants it, you know? And for a while, because of injuries and everything, Bunpei was declining, and he had announced his retirement, and he was like, just, I'm done, you know? So for him to come back at all, he'd have to contact some people, and yeah, it was pretty obvious after that they had made contact that he was going to be on the tournament. So, but I think they just had to do something to make it formal. Let's see what else we got here. Then again, they had so many like notable names do like trials and stuff. Like Washimi doing trials for 40 still doesn't sit right with me. You should have just let him back on. It was an anniversary tournament. We were letting everyone back on. Like, what are we doing here? I wonder if him coming back is a one more time thing, or is he back competing more often now? I know a lot about Sasuke 43, including a lot of the numbers and a lot of the results. I do know the answer to your question. I know the answer to your question. Last set. Gonna take my time on this one so I feel the burn a bit more. All right, that's 10. That's 3 sets. Looking forward to finding out. Good job being consistent. I appreciate that. Got to keep on the grind. This is an 8-week program. I got to keep upping the difficulty. So next week is going to be harder because I think I started to feel a little bit more comfortable. I can push a tiny bit more. I know I can give it a little bit more next week. Very excited to give it more next week. And the goal is still 135 pounds. This Sunday, it'll be 2 weeks since I started. And I'm going to weigh myself. And I'm going to make probably a YouTube short about it. And I'm going to see how much weight I've gained. I was at 126.6. I'm hoping I'm at like 128, maybe 129. But 128 is a good, 2 pounds in 2 weeks. I don't think that's bad. It's hard for me to gain weight. So, but my wife said I look more filled out and I look a little more muscular. So I'll take it. For the rain on 43, is it just during stage 1 and stages 2 to 4 are clear? I think the rain was steadily present from what I remember, but it wasn't to the extent of like 37 or 39 where it was like a mass wipeout. It did play a factor, but it wasn't a bloodbath like that, So our last one is lateral raises, straight arms out to the side, 3 sets of 10. This is the one that my shoulder is the most sensitive to. So hoping for the best. That's good. Yeah, it's always good when the weather doesn't mess up too much of the tournament. I think the elements being a factor is totally fine. Like that's why so many people fail jumping spider on A&W, because Vegas is very dusty. So the dust from like the desert part of Vegas gets all over it and it makes the walls slicker. It's not really a technique thing from people. It's like they just can't get traction with their feet and they eat it. So it's like, it's tough. It's a tough break. But different types of terrain, different types of elements. A&W's dry and dusty, and Sasuke is very, it can be cold. It's always cold over there because they do it in October at night. But sometimes it's wet and slippery. Like that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, 10. Jeez. I hit 6 likes. Not bad. Not bad. 6 likes. I think my record for one of these is probably in that like 5 to 7 range. So we're doing good. We're doing good right now. We're almost at 1,000 subs, and I am trying to get to 1,000 before the end of 2025. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe, and if you have, definitely be sure to share it with a friend because we're making moves. I feel like I'm gaining even 1 new subscriber each day. That puts me over 1,000 by New Year's, which is insane, and I really appreciate you guys. But let's keep it going because I'm really stoked to get there. Big comebacks on 43. Feel like they've been doing that a lot lately with Bunpei Miyake, which I love. I can't say. Like, I really can't say. You're asking a question that is not relevant to Sasuke 43 specifically. Relevant to Sasuke, but not Sasuke 43. And I can't really say much more because, like, this is all information I'm not supposed to know, like, at all. At all. So, yeah. This one is one that I shouldn't do an incline on because it forces my arms in front of me. I need to go out, so I need to straighten up. Straighten this one up. Can I put the pin through the bench? There we go. Both my alt accounts. Thanks. My dad just pulled up. Shout out to my dad. Put up the tarp. Made this little gym area. My mom as well, but I know my dad did a lot of the setup for the backdrop. So that's always good. Maybe number 40 on Kunoichi 13's dad comes back. Is that Hioki? I didn't look at the Kunoichi numbers very intensely. I just know the last three are Miyake, Ayano, Mizuno. But is she really in 40? Like, they put her like last 11 competitors? That's kind of wild. Because she didn't do too hot in 12. But, you know, maybe she got better. I mean, she failed Fishbone in 12. Like, it's definitely something that you can bounce back from. But we'll see. I am curious to see how much the Prism takes people out. Set 2. Oh, you can see the left arm going higher than the right. This one going higher than this one because this one's injured. We're not at 100%, I should say. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. The guy that made stage 3 in Sasuke 6, Hatakeda. Hatakeda's daughter is in Kunoichi 13. Bro, I really need to look back at these numbers before the broadcast hits because I just kind of figured it would be a lot of the usual suspects, but it doesn't sound like it. That's kind of wild. No, that's actually sick. That's very cool. I'll give that a watch. Well, I'll give that website a look, a deeper look. But obviously, I'm going to watch Kunoichi. We got one more set, and then I'm probably going to wrap stream. I am just kind of making sure that my shoulder's chilling. I am nervous about, like, doing laches again because, you know, such is the sacrifice I make. I would love to, you know. It's a fun stream. I appreciate it, man. Streaming like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And this is the easiest of the workouts, so this is when I can talk the most. It's more manageable for me. My legs are very strong already. And while I'm definitely being pushed with the legs, like, I'm a lot less affected than like on Wednesdays, which are push days. I lose my mind on push days. One of my faves of yours. Thank you. Thank you. I've been debating, like, do I stream more than I like edit videos, or should I stick to editing videos? But I'm really enjoying streaming. And that's not just the workout streams. I enjoy talking about the shows. I enjoy the gaming streams. I enjoy anything like that. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep the streaming game alive. I still have some videos that I am going to put out. The Barbados vlogs, the finale of the Barbados vlog series is tomorrow. So you guys will definitely want to check that out. But, yeah. Last set. Oof, 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 oof. Look at that. I'm doing so good. I have so much weight in my arm. That was really just for the range of motion on this. I feel ready. This shoulder's warm now. We're chilling. We're not weak. 10 more and we call it. 2 more. Okay, that was genuinely a struggle. But that's going to wrap the stream, guys. I will be streaming again on Monday. Tomorrow, the Barbados vlog drops. It's my actual run of the Barbados Ninja Throwdown, so definitely check that one out. And then on Monday, it sounds like we're doing 2 streams, potentially. We're going to do a workout stream, and then we're going to do a Kunoichi 13 discussion stream. So catch you guys for the double feature. See ya.